Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another week of the Sunday Gospel Reflections. It's the sixth Sunday of Ordinary Time this week, and it's also the last Sunday before Lent. This upcoming Wednesday is Ash Wednesday, so yeah, we're already at Lent. It's crazy to think of that, just how far we've already come in this year. And this week we have a gospel, and in the gospel we see Jesus healing a man with leprosy. Now, we also see in the first reading, sort of explaining what people with a leprous disease are supposed to do. They're supposed to go away from the city or the camp, um, and then they're to keep away from people because they didn't want to spread diseases, or sometimes in the ancient world, they might have seen that the disease was a sign of their sin. But for whatever reason it was, they had to stay apart from the rest of the people. They had to yell out, unclean, unclean, whenever they were approaching people, so people could stay away from them. Sounds a bit familiar? Kind of doing that with social distancing. We're apart to prevent the spread of disease. But in Jesus' time, this man, he had some form of leprous disease, whether it be a leprosy or some other form of disease that could be contagious. And he broke social convention. He made a huge cultural taboo where he walked up to Jesus and said, Lord, if you will, I can be clean. And Jesus doesn't like cringe. He doesn't go back. It's like, go stay away from me. He does something even more of a cultural taboo. He touches the man and heals him. And this is very important. It's not like just Jesus snapped his fingers and the man was healed. Jesus touches the man. This is so important. Because not only was this man ill, he was socially isolated. He was physically isolated from his family, from his friends, from all of his people. He couldn't go in and worship the Lord in the temple. He was completely separated from all of the community. And Jesus steps into that mess and he touches the man and heals him. And we can look at this today in many different ways. I mean, there's we're also kind of experiencing a bit of that isolation that man must have felt, where we're isolated from our friends and from our families, and this is a hard reality to deal with. But we can also invite Jesus into that pain. We can ask him to come into our lives, but not just like with the pain of isolation, but where else in our lives do we need Jesus to come in and touch? Where in our hearts are we being more hard hearted? Where are we being more unforgiving? Or where maybe we even have an illness? We might want to ask Jesus to come into our life and just like work with us in that illness. Pray about it. Pray to God where you need Jesus to come into your life and touch you the most. Where do you need that healing touch of Christ in your life? Pray about it. And just really think about it. Whether it be relationships with family or friends, whether it be illness or sadness, depression, anxiety. There's so much that we can ask Jesus to come in to our lives and start to heal. Of course, some of these things can't just be solved with the power of prayer. Sometimes we need that courage to reach out and go the next step. Sometimes we need that courage that Christ can give us to go to the doctor and ask about how to get support for our anxiety. Or we can go have those conversations with our families and friends that we need to rebuild those relationships with. And most of all, sometimes we need the humility to admit where we are going wrong. I know I sometimes get large slices of humble pie, and it's hard to eat, you know, just having that part come out, and realizing that sometimes we're the ones causing the pain in our lives. So ask Jesus to step into those parts of your life and truly, truly believe that He can start changing them, and they will. So until next time, God bless. Please keep me in your prayers as I keep you in my prayers. And, you know, embrace Lent when it's coming. I'll have a video next week talking about Lent. So, can't wait to see you then. Bye.